Mr. Ambassador, I, on behalf of the faculty and students of the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, University of Peshawar, welcome you to the campus radio station, University of Peshawar, and hope you have a good visit.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. In a former incarnation, I was Director General for Culture and Communication in the German Foreign Office. That's why my heart goes really to also the cooperation of the German government in higher education. And I think with a country with such a youth bulge as you have here in Pakistan, with 60% of the population being below the age of 30, and you will have in the year 2050, you will have 310 million inhabitants in this country. This is a problem which has to be addressed today. Now, we have some kinds of cooperation, but it's, in my view, not strategic enough. We need a strategic kind of cooperation with Pakistani universities. We have the German Academic Exchange Service, and I think it's very important to do this in all fields. Now, and let me test an idea with you, because I see here on your campus you are fresh students here, and I just had a very invigorating kind of discussion. There are some students who go to Germany for studies, but not enough. What about the idea, if not enough students can go to Germany, why not bringing a German education institution here, like a kind of German university? I'm testing this idea at the beginning of my tenure here, because a German university I've experienced, because we have a German university in Cairo. And the longest trip starts with the first step. You have to test the idea first. Is it maybe a good idea to launch a process to get some stakeholders together, friends of a German university in Cairo, private investors, government officials, vice chancellors of universities, and starting this project? Because there will be never enough Pakistani students going to Germany. So this is one of the ideas we have, but what is missing in the cultural cooperation between Germany and Pakistan is the comprehensive and strategic approach, and I promise you to work on this. The student exchange is very important, even for a short period, to get students to Germany, but, and this is something which is still missing, to have German students coming here, also to Peshawar. And this is a problem of the image of Pakistan abroad. Yeah? It's of course difficult to convince somebody to go to Peshawar. I do it professionally and I love to do it. But it's very important to work, and here, as I'm here sitting at the faculty of journalism here, to improve the image of Pakistan abroad in order to encourage students to come. One instrument of our cultural cooperation is the German Academic Exchange Service. So I would go via this one-stop shop to German universities. This is the most reliable, the most experienced one. If you go with the DAAD to Germany, you are not left alone. You see, sometimes I can imagine if a young man or woman of Pakistan goes to this anonymous German universities, huge university of 30,000-40,000 people, I mean, you have problems to get integrated and to find your way through. Even many German students, they give up studies because they do not find their way through this labyrinth. That's why I think it's very important to go via the German Academic Exchange Service. They identify the right university. They are the guarantee that you get the right one and that you do not fall into the trap of those, maybe also in Germany, who want to make money. I mean, by getting students. So this is the way to do it.
Mr. Ambassador, what does the German government offer Pakistan in terms of development?
Well, we have a very vast development portfolio, concentrating on the development of local government, but also health. I was in the Hayatabad Medical Center yesterday. You see here in Peshawar, this is a cooperation between the German Development Aid, KfW, with this hospital. And this, by the way, is a public hospital. and it looks great. And this proves that that public hospitals, they are in a position to perform as this hospital does. We, in this hospital, for example, we are cooperating in the ENT, ear, nose, throat department, but also with a blood bank. Our development assistance concentrates on certain pilot projects. So the blood bank, financed by the German development agencies, they are really a pilot case, and they should get children. Yeah, they should spread to other areas. I think it's very important. The second one is the technical vocational training. I think it's very important that not only higher education. I know I'm sitting at a university, but let me also speak about technical vocational training. There must be engineers, there must be nurses in a hospital, not only doctors. And if the doctors are great and the nurses are bad, so I mean, I wouldn't like to be in a hospital with bad nurses and good doctors. No, you need also on the nurses level, just to take this example, you need good nurses. Otherwise, the whole effect of a good operation is nullified if the patient dies because of bad nursing. Now, nursing, but also tourism development for the future. I know this is not really the topic. Vocational training is not only car mechanics and others. And we have in our German system one good idea. And this is in the vocational training system what we call dual vocational training. So it is always together in Germany with a company or an institution. Those who are trained are working in. Example, they work 3 days per week in a company and 2 days they go to school. This is good for the student, this is good for the company or for the hospital. And this is a system which has a lot of attraction to others, because then those who are at the school, they don't finish and then they are standing on the street and looking for a job. No, they have a job already. Yeah? So it is a cooperation between institutions, between economy and the vocational training schools. Every country, every young man and woman of a country has to take her own fate into their own hands. Don't always say, I mean, what can the Germans do, the Americans do, the British do? This is your country. Yeah? First of all, you are responsible for your own fate. And we only can assist you. But you are the future here of the country. You are the decision makers of tomorrow. Don't rely too much on the Germans, the Americans, the British, I don't know whom. Yeah? So you identify your interests first. What do I want to have? As you do it now, what do we need proper journalism here in the country? The answer is yes. You young people want to be real good journalists. And then tell us how we can help you. But don't expect that we bring the solution. The solution you young men and women of Pakistan have to find yourself. Maybe with our assistance. Maybe you reject some ideas, maybe you find some ideas good. We are no cultural imperialists here. Yeah? So we want to serve you, but you have to identify your interests. If you identify your interests, then you come to us and say, well, is there a chance to be trained? For example, what we signed right now, a cooperation agreement here with GIZ, enabling you to, in the training, to go to villages and to do opinion polls and to have a studio like this and to grill new incoming ambassadors also. But also Deutsche Welle has a training institute in Berlin. I think this is very good. Wherever I was really promoting this kind of programs to have Deutsche Welle cooperation with the institutes of journalism for practical training. You know, there is an Urdu program of Deutsche Welle. I think not a Pashto program, but an Urdu program of Deutsche Welle. So this, if you have interest, I love to interact with them in order to establish a cooperation. Well, I think it's great that you have a faculty of journalism with so many committed students. I mean, this is what the country needs. Because when I came here, I was astonished by the freedom of opinion in at least the English-speaking press. I have a deficit with Urdu. Not a deficit with Urdu, I don't speak a word. That's why I concentrated first on the English-speaking press here. And this is a very liberal press where everybody can express opinions. So you have an atmosphere here allowing, if you are well trained, to put critical questions if you want, and to have a really independent journalism in the country. You are lucky. This is really a country where, as journalists, you can act and interact freely, and this is a big advantage. And I have only the best impression of here, of the students. I've spoken here at the Institute of Journalism with your professors, so this is an open atmosphere, and I really promised also to come back to more interact with you if you wish. What I see here at the university, discussing also with professors who might be older, but this spirit of freedom, this openness of mind they are transmitting to their students, I think this is apart from, of course, the technical stuff and what you all have to learn here on the campus. You have to be good doctors and engineers and whatever you will be. But the openness of mind to be ready to absorb other ideas and to form your own opinion for all students, not only the journalist students, all students. I think this is a spirit this university has, and I promise to come back and to follow the way of this university.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, Mr. Martin Kobler, Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany to Pakistan. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. It was a pleasure, and I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.